Today we are going to see single source shortest path algorithm using Distra's method. So first we will see what do we mean by single source shortest path. Then followed by Distra's algorithm, we will see how to solve an example and an algorithm for the same. Single source shortest path algorithm is performed on a graph. From here in this graph there is a single source vertex P and we have to find out the shortest distance between source to all other vertices. Now this algorithm that we are going to see, Distra's algorithm, can be applied to directed and weighted graph. Here problem is given is as a graph which is representing vertices and edges where vertex are equivalent to cities and weight of the edge is representing distance between two cities, and everyone is interested from one city to move to some other city as quickly as possible. So source of every person is from one city and they want to reach to some different city which is not equal for every one of them, and route for every going out to other city is different, and the weight they have to pay or the price they have to pay to move to another city is also different, but they want to move as quickly as possible, so the distance between the two cities must be as small as possible. Let us see which algorithms are used to solve single source shortest path problem. So there are two algorithms that can be used to generate or to solve single source shortest path problem. Very first algorithm is Distra's algorithm and second one is Bellman-Ford. Distra's algorithm doesn't consider negative cycles in given graph, while Bellman-Ford will work okay for negative cycling graph. Let us see Distra's algorithm. Distra's algorithm will work only when graph contains non-negative weights of edges. That means edges weight cannot be negative. It has to be 0 or any positive value. So with the help of example, let us see Distra's method. Here given one graph where there are 5 vertices, namely S, X, Y, U and V. In this graph, every edge is directed, that is, it is having source and destination, or I would say an edge is having some direction, as well as an edge also have a weight associated with it. So from moving S to vertex E, the cost or weight is 5. But there is no directed edge from X to S, so we cannot move X to S directly. We have to take some intermediate vertices to move from X to S. So here our source is highlighted by a darkened circle S, and we have to find out the minimum distance from S vertex to all different vertices such that the distance would be minimum. For that purpose, let us make one table in which your source vertex will be your first row and all other destination vertices will be equivalent to column. Now here source is vertex S, that's why my first row shows their line or row with name S. And there are 4 vertices which are remaining, which are taken as our destination vertices. So they are namely columned as X, Y, U and V. So there are 4 destination vertices which are equivalent to 4 columns. Now we have to read from a graph from source to some destination and find out their direct weight. That means if I am filling my first cell, that is S comma X, the row is S and column is X. From S to X, if there is a direct edge from S to X, then I am going to write its weight in this table. From S to Y, as you can see, from source or vertex S to Y, there is no direct edge. So we will put an infinity sign at that location. So from S to X, weight is directly 5. So we have to write down the direct distance from vertices row to column. So very first distance is between S to X. The direct edge is having weight 5. That's why first entry is equal to 5. The second entry is from source S to Y. There is no direct edge or direct connection from S to Y. That's why an infinity sign is placed. From S to vertex U, and direct edge is there with weight 10. So entry here is made 10. And from F vertex to V vertex, there is no direct edge. There are indirect paths, but here we are only considering direct paths only. So direct path from S to V is not present. So that is why it is written as infinity. Now from this row, we have to choose our next row. Next row is calculated or selected from the current row itself. So from current row, whatever the distance is the minimum, that column vertex will become your next row. From here, you can see the minimum value out of 5, infinity, 10 and infinity is 5. So 5 is under a column labeled as X. So next row will be my X. So we are going to select a vertex with a minimum distance and we make that vertex as my next row. So vertex number, the minimum weight is 5, which is selected, and that vertex, that is X vertex, will become my next row, that is my second step. Now inside my first column, that is in X column, just because it is selected as row, I will make it as dash. That means I don't need to further find out its destination. So now what we are going to do? We are going to find out distance from X to Y, U and V respectively. So here we have to find out direct distances from vertex X to all other remaining vertices. New distance is calculated as 5 plus distance from vertex X. That is the direct distance from vertex X. So if this previous distance is greater than new distance, then only we are going to update that distance in a table. Now from here you can see, or you have to first find out value in cell X comma Y, that is distance from X to Y. In a graph you can see that from X to Y distance is 2. So we will add 5 into that. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7 and the previous distance is infinity. So here infinity and 5 plus 2, that is equals to 7. Whatever the minimum value is will become new entry in a table. So here 7 is lesser than infinity. Similarly, for cell X and U, the distance or the path or an edge from X vertex to U vertex is 3. So new distance will be 5 plus 3. So whatever the minimum value, that is previous value is 10 and the new value is 5 plus 3. Whatever is the minimum will be made as an entry in a table. Now for cell X comma V, that is vertex X to vertex V, the distance or an edge is having weight 9. So the new weight will become 5 plus 9. here, as you can see, new entry 5 plus 2 is lesser than infinity. So here 7 will be there. The second entry is 5 plus 3, which is also lesser than 10. So here 8 will be kept. And the third entry, which is 5 plus 9, which is lesser than infinity. So here 14 will be there. So we have made our final entries, that is 7, 8 and 14. Now again we have to select another row. To select another row, we will select a column or a vertex which is having minimum distance. Now out of the row which is having 7, 8 and 14 weight, we will only select the minimum weight vertex. That is, we will select y, that is 7 is the minimum value. So y will be our next row. Since y is selected, its column will be now putting into dash. Vertex distance from y to u and y to v only. So here we will find out the direct distances from y to u and y to v. And the new distance will now become 7 plus direct distance from y. Because to make y as a row, what value we have selected? We have selected 7 value. So new distance will be generated by 7 plus distance directly from y. So here again we will follow same formula, that if previous distance is greater than new distance, then only update will be made in this table. Distance from y to u. Is there any direct path that is present from y to u in a graph? So there is no direct edge from y to u. So we will directly copy its weight or its value from above cell. So here 8 will be get copied. Now from y to v, is there an edge or direct path? Yes, from y to v, we are having path or weight of 6. And we will make new distance as 7 plus 6. Since previous value or previous weight is 14 and new distance is 13, we will keep new distance, that is 13. Now out of these two values, we have to select vertex which is having least distance. So out of 8 and 13, 8 is minimum value. So 8 is selected as minimum value and the column is labeled as u. So the next row will be u, and inside or below u we will put dash sign. So there will be 3 dash sign and we have to find only direct distance from u to v. Now from a graph we can see that direct distance from u to v is 1. So new distance will be generated as 8 plus 1. If newly generated distance is lesser than the previous distance, then only we are going to make its entry change in a table. Previous distance was 13, new distance is 8 plus 1, that is equal to 9. So new distance is kept as 9. Now from the last row, we can see that there is only one value. Now at this moment you can see the dash is appearing under each and every column. That is the end of Dijkstra's method. Now from this table we have to generate single source shortest path graph. So let us start by selecting. So we will start with very first column. So column 1 is having x and the final value of x is 5, and that 5 is generated from which node or vertex S. So we will draw vertex x to x with weight of edge 5. Similarly, we will take another column, that is column y. In column y, final value is 7 and that 7 is generated from row x. So we will add an edge from x to y. In third column, final value is 8, but 8 is, even though it is appearing in the last line, we have to first check where it is coming from. So 8 is coming from a row where value is equal to x. So we will have an edge from x to u. Similarly for column y, the final value is 9, and that 9 value is generated at which row? Row number u. So we will have V's parent as u, or we will have an edge from u to v. So this is your resultant single source shortest path distrust method. Now let us see algorithm for C. An input to distrust method is graph and weight matrix and a source node or a source vertex. From this graph, for each vertex which is in graph G of B, we have to set current distance of each vertex to infinity, and parent of each vertex is initially nil. Then we will start with root or source vertex. Source distance will be initially 0 and parent of source is already nil. Now my result set contains empty vertices, or as in empty set. Now set of vertices are stored inside set Q. Now unless and until set of vertices, that is Q, is not empty, we will extract a minimum element from Q and set it inside vertex Q. So that extracted minimum element is taken union with existing result and stored inside result itself. After that, for each vertex V which is present in graph and which is adjacent to vertex U, if the distance of the new vertex is greater than previous distance plus new edge, then the distance of new vertex will be updated. So here the formula is same what we were doing. The previous distance is greater than used distance plus new edge distance, then only we are going to change our distance. So V's distance, that is the adjacent distance, will be the previous distance plus new edge u comma V's distance, and parent of V is set to u. So similarly, we will work for each and every vertex which is present inside set Q, and set Q is nothing but set of vertices of a graph. So this way, distrust algorithm will work and find out the single source shortest path to all other remaining destination vertices. Now for your practice, two examples are given, that is first and second. You have to find out single source shortest path distance from vertex number 1. I hope you get clear and correct answer for both of these problems. Thank you everyone for watching this video. This is Munira Topia signing out.